Clipper ledge has been very interesting.
Yes.
It's become this one. It's an iconic hubba now. But you had a pretty brutal. You had an amazing trick on it, but a brutal slam. 180 switchback 5-0.
Once again, once in a lifetime trick.
Once in a lifetime trick.
trick is
Never done
Weren't
it
you
before.
skating with Nyjah and stuff?
Yeah, that was a heavy sesh. So we were now we almost here to like last year.
Sure.
Now we're to last year, and we were filming for Ethereum piece of video.
Yeah.
And then I filmed everything pretty much in a month or 2 months.
Had your part done.
Pretty much, because I came before same time as right now before Christmas, but I hurt my ankle before coming, so I wasn't feeling good. I had a couple tricks, let's say 6 clips on the whole trip that we kept, maybe 10 of them, and 6 that were all right.
Okay.
Like you remember the wall where I do the front blend kickflip, the switchback Smith?
Yeah, the little thing, the little
So the months prior, 2 months before, I did front blend, and I was hyped because my ankle wasn't there, and then we came back in January, and it was the sesh front blend kickflip, switchback Smith, switch nose grind. It worked, and it worked better on that trip.
Got you.
So we took a trip to LA. We had a couple clips and everything, and I think Clipper was part of the first part, and so my ankle was hurting. And somehow Wallenberg pops out. So I'm taking a little road.
For sure.
Take us on a journey.
And then Wallenberg was like, ref is like, hey, Vince, could you skate Wallenberg? Same story as Willie. What would you try? I was like, front heel.
Okay.
Ooh.
And he's like, do you want to try it? I can hit up Danzy. We should shoot it and let's do it. I'm like, well, my ankle's not feeling good, but I think I'd be ready to skate next week. Let's do it next week. Never been in Wallenberg. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Honestly. But we get there. And I don't realize, which is good, I don't realize how big it is when I'm there. And I'm like, I got this. Roll up to one front heel, throw the ball. Like, I think I got it. Because 2 months prior of that, we're on that indie trip, that video that came out in Paris.
Oh, yeah.
And I backsmith Le Dom, and right after I do front heel on the 4 flat 3.
Oh, yeah.
The long ass one.
Yeah. So I feel comfortable with front heel. So second try, down the roll in, front heel, land, almost made it.
Damn.
And on that session, I had 2 of them. I almost front heel Wallenberg. Didn't happen, and after 10, I'm not a big jumper, so I try 5 or 6 times, and I'm done. Like I know I could try more, but it's not gonna happen. My legs are not there. I'm not gonna
legs up more. Right.
Yeah, and I'm not a big jumper. I don't really like it. I don't really like to go to AV stuff, but somehow it works for me, and sometimes I feel like it, so I just go for it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not trying to go for Wallenberg. You know what I mean?
Totally.
It just went. So we out of this. I have to wait another week to be able to skate because I'm sore for a week. I'm fully sore. My back's fucked. My back body is fucked.
Right.
And then we wait another week. We'll take that trip to LA. We skate, got a couple clips. And then on the way back, we're like, let's stop in SF and eat Wallenberg. And then Jake Hilardi called us. And he's like, I'm on my way to SF because his good friend is skate for PLA in Sax. His good friend was Pizza Dudes, and Jake's amazing.
He's great.
And then we just like, all right, come with us. And he's like, I want to skate Clipper. And I thought about Clipper before. And I was like, let's get it together. And then we called Dan, and then he's like, I'm actually going tomorrow, but with Nyjah. So Nyjah was like, yeah, come on the sesh. And then we're all together. And I think Reef was there too skating. Was it Reef? I don't know if it was Reef.
Damn.
Pretty Reef. He's skate for fucking awesome.
But
we like big sesh.
From Atlanta?
I don't remember.
So wait, there was a big session at Clipper.
Big session at Clipper. I don't know if even the tricks that Nyjah did came out, so I'm not gonna say, but it's not the session where he back 3 noseblet. Okay. Full cap noseblet.
Gotcha.
It's another thing. I don't think it came out yet.
Okay.
But he did 3 amazing tricks.
Sure.
In like,
I've heard he's got like 20 minutes of footage or something.
Dude,
crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Okay.
He did like 3 tricks that were amazing. And like
that have not been done.
No, hell no.
He cab black nose one on Instagram.
That wasn't that sesh.
That was on Instagram, right?
I think that was an X game thing, like
that's right.
Yes,
that was. You're right.
Jeez.
You're right.
So yeah, that session.
Yeah. So that was not the session.
This was a different session
with these tricks that have never come out.
You haven't seen it yet. It's okay. It's
but
fun.
You know.
I know.
Just whisper it into the mic, and nobody.
No, we'll tell us after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, don't.
I don't know if
we'll
it came
be surprised.
Out. No, I haven't came out. Right, you haven't seen.
We'll be surprised.
Yeah, you'll be real surprised.
It's gonna be a part of switch heel front tail.
I can't tell. I'm not saying anything.
Just blink twice.
Yeah, you'll be surprised.
Okay.
I blink enough. No, you'll be surprised.
We haven't seen these tricks.
No.
Oh, sick.
Or maybe, I mean, he has done every trick. He can't do any trick, so.
I
mean, but you'd be surprised of the trick. Like
I see it like at the contest, you switch heel front tails, everything. I'm like, God damn, how do you do that shit? Switch heel front 5-0.
Well, I mean, there is one of them. You'd be surprised for sure.
Okay.
All right. We'll skip that. Yeah.
We'll skip that. So we on that sesh, and then everything goes well. Nigel starts skating. Jake starts skating. And I never done that 180 switch 5-0 before, but on that indie trip again, I did 180 switch 50. The black hubba, it's called Mongale. The big black hubba in Paris. The one you guys back nose blended.
Stephane Laurent.
Frank Berterio switch back. I don't know if you know Frank Berterio. In the Lords video. Who the fuck, like, you know, who cares about us? I think switch back 5-0. That big black hubba in Paris.
I know what you're talking about.
Younes is doing back nose blend.
But you did it to 50-50.
I did 180 switch 50. And it felt like, at the moment I did it, felt like my backstroke went first.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I can go to switch 5-0, but I never done it at the park, anywhere. But
it's an awkward trick, bro.
I went a clipper and I'm like, oh, that trick pops up. I'm like, I always want to skate there. That trick pops. And I'm like, I think that's the spot. I'm just gonna try it that day. I'm just gonna try it.
And that thing's round too. That's a weird thing to do it on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just when something makes sense to you. So I wasn't going there to do a trick. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying.
I love the spontaneous shit too.
It's like same with the K front lip. I mean, we'll go that story too. But it's just like it went spontaneous pretty much.
Sick.
I love it.
But same as the front blend. But yeah, wanted to switch 5-0, never done it. So I'm just like, oh, we'll try it. And so the sesh going on and we'll warm up and everything. And happens to one of these switch 50, I locked it in and I'm like, oh, I'm going to start training. And then a couple tries later, rolled away, worked out. And then the story is, Dan is shooting long lens. He get the sequence.
So you did it.
I did it.
Dan Z?
Dan Z.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan Z is shooting sequence because Nigel's doing his 3 tricks. He has to shoot long lens. And Jake is actually came out, right? The tricks he did. Pipieki.
Big spin front blend.
Big spin front blend and Pipieki.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so he's shooting long lens at 180 switch 5. And I'm done. I've done it. And he comes up to me after and he's like, oh, do you want to get it fisheye? Because I think it will look really better. And I'm like, oh, it went pretty easy. Yeah, why not? And then I think that was the mistake.
That's the worst, dude.
Yes, I know.
We talk about it all the time.
It was the end of the trip. I was tired. And we had a breakfast and the sesh was going on for a long time. So I definitely need food and get water. And then, you know, I was a little tired.
You were drained.
Yeah. Not too drained, but yeah, I needed like a break.
Okay.
And then we go back to it. And I'm like, oh, anyway, I kind of wanted to switch crook just to feel it. So it goes good. I grinded a couple times, wanted to switch crook, probably second try or something for the gram or because it's been down. So we're just like, oh, at least I get an Instaclip on. I get an Instaclip on Clipper because it's such a legendary spot. I was like, sick. And then when I switch crook, I'm like, yeah, then let's try again. And I actually almost did it again. Like I almost did it. I could have rolled away and I jump off the board and I was like,
the 180 switchback 5-0.
180 switchback 5-0. I'm like, oh, it probably had the photo. I think I'm good. I don't have to redo it. I did it like 5 minutes ago. Like I don't have to redo it.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I don't know if he said I missed it or if he said I should it sequence, but he's like, can you do it one more time? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I could have done that one. That was right there. I was like, yeah. Oh, fuck, I'll do it one more time. I was in the momentum. I was like, I'll do it one more time.
No.
And what went wrong is that time I do it. I landed. I'm perfectly on the hubba. So I don't know if the actual photo is the one where I hit my head, but I'm perfectly on the hubba. And then the old thing, and then that's the crazy story. The old thing that I remember is, I'm on the hubba. I'm on the 5-0. I have the time to think and like, he got the photo for sure. I'm good. I don't have to land it. Push off the board, land, roll on my back, whatever, stand up, check the photo. Photo's amazing. Yeah, thank you, Dan. Photo's amazing. I'm going to go get food, do whatever, go to the bathroom. I do my shit. I go back to the van. And then I wake up on the ground.
That's what that thought went through your head, and then you woke up on the ground. And then I wake up
to the ground with the worst headache. I'm just like, what's going on? And then what happened is I got on the perfect switch 5-0. I threw the board out. I should have landed it. That's the mistake. I should have landed the trick. It was right there. And instead,
you tried to just kind of not pose the photo.
Get on the photo.
Just get on it.
And then somehow I was just like, I'm just gonna jump off.
Yeah.
And then I jumped off, and then I think I relaxed it a little too early. And instead of when you fall backward and you kind of roll on your back and your shoulder, and then you're good. I think I just like relaxed and just like I did the. If you look at the footage, I did the famous butt to head.
Yeah.
Butt straight back and then in my head. And then, I passed out for like a solid minute or 2 solid minutes.
Wow.
Were
And
they
then-
filming the whole time?
And then and then you can hear they all screaming like Ty, come, because Ty was filming
Okay.
Naja, and Ty knows what to do.
Yeah.
And luckily Jesse was there, Jesse Vieira.
Mm.
So Jesse, Jesse, right? Skate for
Mhm.
Pizza and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's now working for ambulance stuff, so he knows all the primary.
Wow.
So they like take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wake up. As soon as I wake up, I understand what happened, and I try to move my feet, everything. I'm all right, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. But
Mm.
I'm not good. But I'm
Yeah,
my
of course.
Your
primary stuff are good. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna be
Concussion
alive.
right there, shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so they're like, you gotta get checked at the hospital. I'm not feeling right, so they help me to stand up. I can walk, and I'm
Mhm.
having for the next 10 hours the worst feeling I ever experienced of my whole. I
Really?
felt like my body was leaving me. I thought I was gonna shit my pants,
Mhm.
pee on me.
wow.
I was just, and this is the worst part of America. I get to the hospital,
Mm.
and I get to the hospital, and they don't want to let me in because COVID and everything. They let me in, but they
Okay.
don't let ref in. Everyone out, they don't let the people in. So they
Oh.
all gotta leave me there. I'm on that bed
Mm-hmm.
in whatever, wherever, and they just don't take care of me. And that guy from the front desk just comes see me and is like, all right, what happened? I can explain to him. Is like, who's gonna pay for it? You have insurance? It's like, I don't, but I mean, I'm like part of the French team. I'm trying to explain him. Worst case scenario, there's insurance with this. So luckily, Olympic stuff.
Oh wow.
And it's just like, sorry.
no, but I mean,
But
it's
that's
just,
a weird thing
and
for them to hear, probably too. They're like, "What? That's
Yeah,
you
because I'm
know.
used to go to hospital and no matter what, they take care of you and they.
But the
ask-
fucked
in
up
France,
thing-
they ask insurance last, right?
Yeah,
but that's
Yeah.
a fucked up thing. Is like you're hurt and they're worried about who's going to
Who's gonna
pay
pay
for
for
it.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Fucking
makes me
So
fucking
I'm like on the way to
furious,
hospital.
bro.
I'm calling
Fucking
my mom. I'm
disgusting.
calling my dad. They freaked out, and I'm just like, I hit my head. I'm good. I'm going to hospital. Get checked in. Check the insurance stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'm there. My backpack is behind the bed, which is not far in real life, but when you hurt, it's fucking far.
Yeah.
And I'm there, and I'm just like trying to think. I gotta think a lot. I'm like, who's gonna pay? How can I make it happen? Who I'm gonna call? It's 4 a.m. in France. No one's gonna answer right now. And it just click, because since skating, I have a business, right, to collect money and everything.
Oh, okay.
So I have credit card insurance, everything. So I just called them. I'm just like, all right, I'm good. I got insurance. Take care of me. It's like, no, you got to show me proof first. So they let me there for like an hour, and I have to by myself clean the bed pretty much because they're big beds. Go to the bed, grab my backpack, grab my wallet to get my credit card to get the numbers because the numbers is back
Yeah.
there. It just the feeling I have in my butt at the moment is insane.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
bad.
Makes me so fucking mad.
It's
It's
insane.
really bad.
Infuriating.
Yeah,
dude.
it's really bad. I feel like shit, like worse than shit. Like you feel like you don't
Like
want
they're
to
not
be.
even trying to help you at all.
No, not at all. You don't want to be alive.
Not even
You-
get your
Yeah.
fucking wallet
And-
from your
and
backpack.
wait.
I know.
Like,
So I get my wallet. I get my phone, and I have a bunch of money saved. So I'm like, worst case, here it is.
Right.
And she looked at, she's like, oh, wow, okay, we take care of you. And at the moment, I'm like, I'm like calling the insurance from the credit cards, like, yeah, we cover you for like 150K.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I got them on the phones. They said I got covered for 150. Yeah, but we need proof. Who's gonna pay? I'm like, how much is this gonna be? At least 30K or something. So I show her money I had saved. I'm like,
Right.
okay. I think she was like, that's enough for primary. Like, we can give you a scan or something, and we'll see next.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, my insurance gonna call you, email you in the next 24 hours. But they got me, and then she got cool enough to let me in, but it was just like terrible. And then they checked me, had 2 scan, and stayed 4 days at the
4
hospital.
days.
Oh, wow.
3 to 4 days at the hospital because they wanted to check. So I was bleeding.
Mm.
I had a bleed here on the back, and it wasn't bad actually, but the only things they said, I hit the worst part of the worst part of my head, and it's really close to one of the main vein. Does it make sense?
Ooh, yeah.
Really close to one of the main vein that goes to the brain,
Mm.
and if that vein explode, like I could have died.
Right.
That's what they said.
Wow.
Or get like terrible stuff.
Wow.
So they were like, you have a bleed here, and we can see. So what we're gonna do? So they gave me morphine,
Mhm.
because
Morphine.
the pain, morphine, because the pain was really, really there. And then they're like, we're gonna give you another scan tomorrow, or in like middle of the night, 12 hours later, we're gonna give you another scan to make sure if the bleed is bigger, that's mean we gotta get surgery.
Gotta go open it up.
We gotta open it up.
Right.
If the bleed doesn't open up, it doesn't go bigger. That's mean it's just the impact, and you're good. We just keep you there for a couple of days, make sure you're right, and then
it was good.
Need surgery. I was confident at the moment.
Yeah,
it was really weird. I was like, no,
So
I'm good.
who
I felt it. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So who ended up paying for it?
My insurance. All right,
Good,
guess what?
good.
We'll make a little game right here.
Good.
all right.
All right, make a little game. 3 nights at the hospital, maybe 3 Tylenols, 1 morphine shot, 2 scan, and then 1 guy came to check my neck. What's the total grant?
38 grand.
38.
67,000.
67.
I was going way higher, dude. I was gonna go like 180.
Yeah, it was 90K.
90K.
Oh, wow.
90K.
Wow.
So the bill came up 90K, and my insurance covered me for 150. So I'm
Isn't
good.
that?
It was true MasterCard, like my card insurance.
It
So
makes
your
me,
actual credit card.
My credit card
covered.
covered me. So here's a trick. I think
Wow.
for everyone in America that's having like problem with insurance or doesn't want to pay for it, I'm pretty sure if you open a bank account in France, save money there, have a card that makes like if you're under 30, there are cards that you can have no fees in America and stuff.
Okay.
Use that, and then you have insurance in the back with that credit card, and that covers you. It's not a business card, so it don't covers you 100K, but it at least covers you like 50 or something.
Right.
So I'm sure there's a trick to do for people here. So you can open up a
Seems
bank
like you
account.
might have to
in France
have a
and-
residency in Europe.
They never
Maybe
asked
not.
me for it. You have a bank account. You have a bank account. You know, you can have a bank account wherever in the world.
It
It's all about
sucks.
the money.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
sucks that
money.
you have to do a trick to get.
Oh, for you guys,
Healthcare.
it sucks.
No, it's
Nah,
the worst.
1000%.
We pay a lot of taxes back home, but
Right.
actually now I know why. You know, now I'm like, take my money, I'm good.
Right.
You can have it.
Totally.
It's just it makes me so angry that
I mean,
Yeah.
$90,000 later for a couple Tylenol.
Yeah,
And
and
that's-
like
And then rest of the story is my the MasterCard called me a couple of weeks later and they're like, oh, we got the bill, all good, nothing to care about. Maybe you're gonna get little money on your bank account because you have to give it back to us. So, all right. Like, but there is ambulance fees. We don't cover that. It's like $3,000.
right.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? It's $3,000 for 5 minutes of ambulance? They're like, yeah, $3,000. You got to pay for it. We don't cover that. And I'm like, well, the good news is I've never been in an ambulance. My friend dropped me off at the airport. So the hospital right now is trying to trick you.
They put down that you were in a
Yeah.
in an
dirty ass
ambulance.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Dirty.
God.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
So
fucking
did they
healthcare
just-
systems.
I
So
know.
I just talked to my insurance. I was like, because I was just like, I don't care. It's the insurance, right? But I was just
Right.
like, send me the bill and I tell you what's true and what's not.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Wow.
because you're getting tricked. I mean, it's insurance. You should not care about it. But I was just so over the hospital,
Yeah.
just
Totally.
doing whatever the fuck they want. Because
It's such a long process, dude.
it's probably less expensive for you because they were probably like overcharging me because they know my insurance was covering me
Well, that-
until that amount.
Totally.
And that's
Because
the-
they were like,
for sure.
they
And
were
that's
like
the thing.
overcharging.
For sure.
It's like when I went to get stitches, I split my chin open and 3 stitches. It was
Yeah.
like whatever, but it was like the hospital sends you a bill, then the doctor sends you a bill,
Yeah,
then the
it's
nurse sends you a
insane.
bill. It's like all these bills are coming in from like different people. And
Yeah,
you're like,
anesthesiology
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
anesthesiologist or whatever the hell you call
It's
them.
like,
Like
yo,
all these different things.
You don't
Like,
even know.
What I
Yeah.
got to pay? Like I should have just super glued my fucking thing.
Yeah,
you know what I
could
mean?
have.
Like,
Yeah, you
it-
could. You could.
It's just it's
That's-
lame.
yeah.
Sorry you had to go through
Yeah,
that.
It's
bro.
it's
You
alright.
know,
I mean,
it
it's
sucks.
just-
It sucks.
It's just how it happened.
You
I was
navigated it perfectly.
Yeah,
it
okay,
worked
you're
out.
here.
I don't know if it's luck or how it is, but just since I opened my ass on the ground, I was just like, I was confident. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna be all right. You know,
Yeah.
You feel you know your body.
You know your body.
body.
feel- but I don't want to do it again. And I know what went wrong. At least you know it could be scary to be to the point of like, I don't want to skate big stuff over 10 stairs anymore. Or,
You know,
I love doing it, but I was just like, now I know what went wrong. It's just like, do it again.
Yeah. Fuck
Food, like stuff that I will never usually do.
Yeah.
And it's not Dan's fault. It's no one's fault. It's my own fault,
For
you know.
sure.
But I just should have like be like, oh, we'll try tomorrow, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you
let me
think
get
for the best
food. Let me.
interest of
Yeah.
yourself, bro.
Do you
Yeah.
think that you'll stop doing that again though? Like, oh, I'm
No.
not the photo wise. You get the trick and you're like, I want to get a photo.
No, because I redid it. I redid it. I redid it on that trip to SF. I just redid it for a photo again.
you
but-
went back and did it again.
Yeah, but I was just like, oh, somewhere else. I just redid it for the photo, but I was just thinking of it like, oh no, I don't want to redo it for the photo. And now I was on that thing and I was just thinking like, no, I'm good. I'm feeling great. We're gonna skate another spot no matter what. You know what I mean? I had food, I had water. I'm feeling good enough right now. Like I can do it again, no problem.
did you land it actually, or did you
I
just
don't
get the
remember.
photo?
I think I got the photo.
Okay.
We got the
Okay.
photo.
Okay.
I
So
think I
you-
did this in France or something. It was not as gnarly though. It was not as
Okay.
gnarly,
But-
but it was still redoing it for the photo. But for a couple months after the slam, I was like, I'm not doing it again for the photo. And recently I did it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, at the Clipper? Or
No, I'm not.
different.
Oh, Clipper's gone. I'm not getting
Different
Clipper.
spot.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait,
Yeah.
is it back to
Lost
Clipper?
me.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
went back to Clipper.
You went to a
spot.
different hub.
Just
did the
the
same
mind, just the
right,
mindset. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't went to. I'm done with
I guess-
Clipper. Thank
yeah.
you. Thanks for
You're-
coming.
You already,
Yeah.
conquered that, bro. You're good.
Oh,
Hey, you did
hey.
it already too.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. By the way, you never said what did Nisha do on it?
Ah, yeah, I can tell you.
Oh, shit.
Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
Just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
It's on my
left.
right? It's on
No,
my
on your
left.
left.
Hey,
Yeah.
hit that
Right there.
button right there.
Right there.
Right
Yeah,
there.
please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of. Like
it's like right here?
Kind of.
Like right
and
there?
The subscribe's like over to the left.
It's like right over there. All right.